In this video, we're going to talk about the differences and what fans look for in the come up between rap and metal musicians. I made similar videos to this, and I'll have links for that at the end. Starting off with the metal side of things, I'm going to quote progressive metal guitarist Misha Mansour.
You're expected to be a starving artist in rock and metal. Yeah. It's romanticized. And there's this weird paradox in the fan where they're, and I experienced this when I was on the forums and people are like, how's he not signed? How come he doesn't have a signature guitar? Whatever, like, he's so talented, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just here just trying to make it work. And I was a starving artist. And then finally I got the things they wanted and they're like, oh, he fucking sold out. Like, oh, look at that. I missed him back. And it's like there's this romantic notion of like you have to be like just on the cusp of like, jumping off a building to like make the best music.
The band Slaughter to Prevail also had some things to say about this topic.
A big difference I noticed between like rap and metal is like in rap it's like cool to be like trying to make money and like this image and all this stuff, and in metal it's still important, just no one wants to talk about like trying to get a bag, trying to make extra money, trying to be popular, or like having like charisma in hip hop or rap is like you can basically share people's stuff for money, right? Like they'll be like, hey, like send me $50 and I'll repost your stuff.
Yeah.
If that happened in metal, the first dude to do that, it will be chaos.
Yes.
Like, you selling out, you poser, Just little things like that. I think that in the culture, they're like, hey, you're playing metal, you should be poor or you should be struggling, Because I guess it kind of stems from like working class kind of music.
Yeah.
But I think the way the culture is in rock music, it hurts potential musicians trying to make a living off their instrument. Why try and make it full-time if their own audience doesn't think they should be able to make a living themselves? I could see the perspective of being afraid of the music being watered down once money gets put into it, similar to what happened in rap music. Now it's a fusion between gangster and ratchet and pop music.
He just ate my ass, he wanna switch. Now I'm eating his ass.
Touring as a rock musician, you come back home with damaged equipment and sometimes less money than you started with, mostly making money from merch sales to keep it going. But for some reason, we never talk about proper merchandising and monetizing your brand in metal. On the other hand, I know underground rappers personally who wouldn't even pay to get into a show because they're quote unquote an artist. It feels like they have a bigger ego off who they are than off their music. And without needing a large team and equipment, club appearances and shows can be a lot more profitable. There have been many cases where rappers scammed their fans when the whole NFT wave was a thing. Rappers even did paid promotions of weed sales on their Instagram stories. I will say there is some type of integrity in hip-hop that metal simply doesn't care about, and that's your criminal history. If you're interrogated by the police and you give them information that leads to someone's arrest, hip-hop will give you a death sentence. While in metal, your criminal history is almost irrelevant. In my opinion, both genres can take a bit from each other, with metal and rock being more inviting to doing things to expand the genre and make it more profitable, and rap not glamorizing every single artist that's entertaining, and maybe we'll get people with talent instead of these crazy people. Let me know what you guys think below. I'm Johnny, I make other videos on metal, you can catch them over here. Until then, peace out.